Hi, I'm Vic, and I'm a careers advisor. At any time, there are thousands of apprenticeships advertised and ready for you to apply for. But the applications take time, and it's much better to send off 5 really well researched, well done applications than 25 that you just haven't thought through. Employers can tell if you put the effort in. So if your application doesn't show that you're really enthusiastic about the job, then you just won't get an interview. So how are you going to narrow down all of these options and decide which apprenticeships you want to put your time and effort into applying for? Firstly, think about your deal makers and deal breakers. Your deal makers are the things that absolutely have to be part of the job for you to consider it. So that might be that you want a job where you're able to work outdoors or work with numbers or be in a job where you can talk to people in a customer facing role. Deal breakers are the opposite. They're the aspects of a job that are an absolute no for you. This becomes your filter when you're looking through jobs. Other things that you might add to your filter include the level of the apprenticeship, the type of employer, the location, and the pay. And we'll look at these in a little bit more detail next. Let's think about the level. There are some brilliant degree apprenticeships, which is level 6, available, which you'll need to have some level 3 qualifications for, plus a bit of work experience. They are competitive, but don't let that put you off because someone's got to get them. They're competitive because employers are funding your degree, they're paying you a salary, and they're investing time in your training. There's a lot to offer, so they want to make sure that they're investing in the right person. But just because you've got a BTEC level 3 or some A levels doesn't mean that you need to, or in some cases even can, start an apprenticeship at level 4 and above. The level of an apprenticeship is directly linked to the level of the job. And in some industries, a level 4 includes some management responsibilities. So unsurprisingly, no one's going to let you come in and be the boss if you don't have a clue what you're doing. So, especially if you're starting to work in a completely new industry, don't be surprised if you need to look at level 2 and level 3 apprenticeships first. In some industries, you just have to start at the beginning. The other thing that could be part of your filter is the type of employer. Apprenticeships are available with all sorts of different employers now, from local small businesses to firms with offices all over the world. With a smaller business, there's likely to only be one vacancy for an apprentice in, and you'll apply for a specific job. Smaller businesses have the advantage of you being able to get involved in different things because people's jobs tend to encompass quite a lot of different tasks. You'll usually be able to really make your mark in a small business. With a large business, you're more likely to apply for an apprenticeship scheme and be one of a group of apprentices that all start at the same time. With an apprenticeship scheme, you will usually have a number of different placements in different parts of the business, with the aim to get you to experience different things and find out where you might fit best at the end of your apprenticeship scheme. There are pros and cons to both, so it's a good idea to apply for apprenticeships with a range of different employers, as the recruitment process will give you a chance to work out what kind of employer suits you best and what kind of business you really want to work for. So the location and the pay are the next filters that we're going to look at. One of the reasons that some people decide to go to university rather than apply for apprenticeships is because they want to move away from home. But it is possible to have it all. Some employers will offer their apprentices a high enough salary that would enable you to rent your own place, and some even put you in touch with other apprentices that are starting at the same time or are maybe already established on the apprenticeship scheme, so that you can share a flat with people that you're going to work with. With smaller employers, they won't be in a position to pay you the higher salary or to help with finding places to live. They are still paying for all of your training though, and you'll come out with a couple of years of work experience, which you can't put a price on. So if moving away isn't an option for you, then the location will need to be part of your filter. You'll need to stay local. Remember, it's more important to be paid slightly less on an apprenticeship that you really want to be on than be highly paid, but in a job role that doesn't really suit you, working towards a qualification that you're really not that enthusiastic about. So, to sum up, the process of applying for apprenticeships isn't easy, but if you give yourself some time to decide what your filters are, then it will make the process of narrowing them down so much easier.